Lawyers love to use Latin, and I'm not exactly sure why. There is a phrase, maybe you've heard it, ad terrarium clause. That means terror. I don't speak Latin, but what it is, it's a provision that you put in an estate planning document like a will that is intended to discourage your beneficiaries from challenging your will. It's called a no contest clause is an easier way to say it, or a no challenge provision. And what it says is, this is what my will is, and this is what for example, my kids are going to get. My 3 kids are going to split my estate equally. And if one of them doesn't like it and they complain about it, then they get nothing. So that's the whole purpose, is to discourage people from challenging what your will says. Now, in the situation I gave, that didn't make any sense, did it? Because the kids are getting 1/3 equally. Well, what if instead you say one of my children gets 80% of my estate and my other 2 only each of them get 10%, adding up to 100%? Well, is that going to discourage those kids from getting 10% from challenging the will? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's worth it for them to challenge it. They might say, you know, that kid that's got 80%, they isolated mom from us. That child getting 80% did things which are inappropriate, exerted undue influence. There's some reason that makes this will bad because of just the circumstances. But let's say the will has this no contest clause. If they challenge this will they not get any assets, not just the 10%, but none? Not necessarily, because if this will was a result of undue influence, that no challenge provision is irrelevant, because the will was not good, because it was obtained because of undue influence. So people like to have an ironclad will. They want to say, for sure, this is what's going to happen. What I need to let you know is, no matter what the lawyer puts in, a no contest provision, whatever the situation is, if this will was a result of undue influence, it can be challenged, and those children that challenge the will may receive more than what they would have under what I call a bad will. One of the things with estate planning, what we try to do is give the clients control, give the clients certainty. When you go to an estate planning lawyer, what you should expect to get from them is not just guidance, but an understanding of how does this provision work. When we're working with clients, we are looking for undue influence. If a client comes to me and they say, you know what, I want to give 80% to this child and 10% to this one and this one, I will inquire, why is that? There are lots of valid reasons, but if I suspect undue influence, we're going to take a lot more time to say, to look into what would be an appropriate disposition under the will. What I'm always looking for is that the person who created the will, that it is their desires, their wishes, nobody else's. So one of the best things you can do for your estate plan is go to an elder law attorney who is experienced with all sorts of situations that arise, so that you know that your estate plan is going to be one that can't be challenged.